I want to say, what is happening? I hear Mary J. Blige and instrumental music. I don't know what's going on for us. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Europe.
Yo, you're on YouTube.
YouTube. All right. So what I'm going to do. So okay, they can rock out. They can rock out. YouTube is a little bit more safe. Me and YouTube got the same license. I better honor my license. And what I'm going to do is share it.
I tagged it. I tagged the radio station.
Pull up and pull over. It's like, dang, another platform, girl.
I'm still with you, my sister. My trouble sister. I still have troubles too. You're not alone. I'll always be there for you. Rock on, rock on. You can pull the woman down.
Now, can we see the comments is the issue?
Go right to. You might as well see it from YouTube, or you can go on Facebook, or they might show it on YouTube. Go right to.
Yeah. Just one be there. He did. How far I'm be there. He did. Hey, tell me that turn up. What I'm on the yeah, I'm sorry, just me look at me, what it. Anything I tell anything, I rap, I just want it. You see that fight boy, this is fight boy. The basic bag, but that was a lie, boy. I did tell you literally, I wanted to know that Jesus is here, anything I just want to be there. He did. How about I be there? He did. Metal up, I want to be there. He did. Death gone, yeah, the limb gone, walk a lesson for all of it. Who to back there, oh, yeah, baby. Man, oh, my God, go by the left, you back here for you, I've died for you, mommy, John, money to get it. Just to put it, I feel like I'm here, Silo, I need them, oh, yeah, put music to fire, I'm on my money. I have to come in, I see people on it. Mommy, go in, I feel like I'm here, Silo, I need them, oh, yeah. I must be obedient, if you want to plan, I'm sorry, I'm not going to play.
Go come in after this joint.
He's right there.
It's gonna happen when he turns it down.
Tell him anything you want. Tell him, he's right there with you. Tell him what you want. Basically, by me, let's see whatever you want. Tell him. Jesus, I don't buy it. Jesus, I see it in my head. Yes, you want me, he did. I'm about to be there. He did. Metal up on he did. He did. Just you want me, he did. I'm about to be there. He did. Metal up on he did. I see it too, see what all people got the idea. You know, he did. Jesus at the bar, he did. Jesus at the he did.
Mix Master J.
First, I'm going to say your boy Big Frank. For those who's ever hear what that was Oba Renegade Bazik. Okay, don't ask me. Okay, somebody from the motherland, if you will. The name of the song was called Miracle Service. So, all
right,
you know, it's usually in somewhere. We're just gonna find out exactly who you calling them. How y'all feeling this morning?
I'm good. You know, just chilling, kind of excited for the day, getting hyped for karaoke tomorrow.
No, definitely, because thank y'all. Listen, we're on a new platform, y'all. We just trying it out because I'm trying to get y'all some music while y'all rocking with us, because I got to make movies at the same time, maybe on the radio, on the in and out. So hopefully we'll see how YouTube works and flows. Being consistent is the key. We'll be consistent until, you know what I mean? Listen, side note though, I gotta get more people in the studio because I need camera people. I need people to be like, oh, it's on Jay Cherie. Oh, it's on The Dark Knight. Oh, it's on Frank. I need that camera switch. I'm just saying. Good morning.
Good morning
to the people.
It's me. Good morning, Mia.
Come on, Mia. Where you at?
She in here.
Hey, what up? What it is? Forever faithful.
Yes. You gotta thank God for the faithful.
No, facts. So, but that's Dark Knight. How you feeling?
I'm good. You know, shoot. I woke up.
I woke up. That's a blessing all by itself. Listen, we better get back to the music. When we come back, we're getting back into BGC, Big Girl Chronicles. It's going down right here. Until then, rock out with me right here on Fire 716. Big Frank in the what?
In the morning.
You're locked into the hottest radio station, serving the best in urban and inspiration.
All the back poppers.
You motivated and inspired. Fire 716.
What's good, everybody? Yo, did y'all get y'all tickets for karaoke?
Stay right here.
You don't want to
Fire
miss it.
716. Serving
I
the
must
best in
be
urban
there.
and inspirational music.
Can't sing, but I'm just
Tag your people. Join and share. If you know, you know.
Keep us up to my rock, swinger, hot dog, dinky, manager, butt, and blow, you know what I'm saying? Dr. Dog. There we go. That's the hitman, yes, the hitman, yo, you know it. The first preacher, the man on the sequencer, he was scared to kick a 16 bar. He's not a rap star, not saying that I am, but on the jam. I'm gonna kick a little, not a Dr. Seuss riddle, no cats and hats, box and some socks. Cut to the DJ jocks, check your clocks. Past what? Time to bust up. That upper Pistachio, he uses a Casio keyboard and a Pascal board. The click in the B50, get nifty. Hey, my kids right there. Time to get that with the manufacturing of a split we never wrote one. Never sold none. The beats give me the high of what Frank to us, and I'm gonna take it now. Oh, I can have flex it again a little bit. Trump has been dope since he came out the shaft of his pop's foot. Yes, yo, he shouted and he dropped it in the uterus, and they told us about me was gonna be a dope MC. When I get on the mic, my windpipe strikes and ignites the lyric.
you've heard in life. Johnny's automatic and soup like Campbell. I'm the man with the man on jam sounds. Like a hawk in the store, hardcore and more. On the tour.
Sorry, guys, when you trying to do business as a thing, I promise you, I'm with y'all. Like, I am. Like,
listen to the roots and me and him and how we feel. Real good like a nice girl show. That polish rock stuff looks good. Girl, him and how we feel, should have seen her on it. She got all Vanessa Del Rio on it. But after she shot, cause I had nothing left on the Martin Butler tip, your Snapchat. But just tell them how we feel, me. Our love is all about making a dope LP. That will crush your soul, the bum rush.
I'm like so geeked that we actually even play music. I really am, cause like y'all was grooving with us for a minute. Hey, hey.
Come on, here we go.
Sunshine.
What else? Rain. Oh yeah, here we go. Joy. Come on, here we go. Rain. Pump it up. Sunshine. Yeah, and rain. Get to a wild face. Well, I'm a new kid. I'm just coming up. A lot of rappers think that I can't tear it up. Well, I'm a show 'em and ignore 'em. And when they think I ain't looking, I fool 'em. I mean, take 'em out. I keep moving. A slick baseline, keep the beat moving. They can't take it. They just fake it. They want the how, but raw bass make it. I get ill. You know the deal. Cause this is how, but raw bass kill. Joy. Come on. Pump it up now.
Well, subscribe, thank you. So keep on subscribing. Because if I get 100 subscribers,
I'm failing as a co-host, like,
Yeah.
cause like real talk, I forgot that we had a YouTube page. So, yeah.
that's what they can find this now. I just keep playing with YouTube.
You said what?
That's keep playing with Facebook.
Yeah.
No one knew the raw system now. I'm getting greedy.
And technically, I'm not supposed to be allowed to stream on YouTube until I got 100 subscribers.
Exactly.
With all the winners away.
Won't he do it, won't he will? Will he won't?
Keep it going. Pump it up. Sunshine. What else? And rain. I'm on the show and watch other MCs rock. And if they could, I don't knock the way they perform because I like to see a good show. After that, go play CeeLo, you know, because I'm a leader. No, I'm not a follower. And MCs like you, I swallow them. So don't look and try to judge me because you think that I'm another MC. Well, I'm a new kid. I just moved around, but that don't mean I can't rip up the town. Me and my boy, we make noise. I hate MCs that think that we're toys. I'm in the heart than any other MC who try to come up and go against me. Joy,
Pump it up.
keep it going now. Sunshine, what else? Rain, pump it up now. Joy, keep it going. Rain, yeah, keep it going now. Sunshine, pump it up. Rain, not from the old school or from the new. Applaud the boom, do what you want to. Talk to me, then try to put me down. We used to be cool, now we don't hang around. Used to be friends, but now we're foes. Ask me why, man, no one knows. Maybe jealousy between you and me. Could be the pain, could be the money. You're born for mine, and I don't really care. Cause the spotlight, broad base don't share. I'm the headliner of this show, and you're just a kid. You need to grow because joy, pump it up. Rain, come on, here we go. Sunshine, keep it going. Rain,
Every time I hear this song, I think about me getting a dance. Just like drawing and like sitting on the edge, waiting, like.
So right on.
Here I go.
It's like a nice breeze.
Rocking my business.
I looked around and I couldn't believe this. I swear, my knees spoke with this. The brother had to go in with something kind of, wicked. That's the kick. I'm not shocked. How does it
You know, serious borderline harassment.
You're a sexy mother, well, I like them real wild. B-boy style by the mile. Blue black skin with a smile. Bright as the sun, I wanna have some fun. Come and give me some of that yum yum chocolate chip honey dip. Can I get a scoop? Baby, take the ride in my coupe. You make me want you.
Sexual harassment.
It really would have been. Like, if this song came out now, that makes it say sexual harassment.
Listen, Aaron,
You was gonna say that with him like you know, I take it.
Well, let me bring it back to the subject. That's what I'm saying. Make you get hot, make you work up a sweat. When you get to a loo, my
Because,
dog.
like, if you had a legit, then, like, you packed your new sack, especially in the back, it's like, that's sexual harassment.
Get your lips wet, cause it's time to have a pat on your mark.
It is sexual
Yo,
harassment.
let me shoot to the next man in a three-piece suit. I spend on my dough, bring me cutie, shoot, but it'll be like Scooby.
You be, yeah,
You give me nice dreams, you make me wanna scream. Oh, I like what you do, when you do, what you do,
You make me want to shoot.
my goodness.
And he's coming this way. Ooh.
Send the beat, wanna keep a beat, what I'm making genius, bitches, whatever, quickly. I hit the skin for the hell of it, just for the yell of it.
Brother, stop this.
They want my body.
You're the word, dude.
Yeah. Real suspect. So
So
what you want to do?
what you wanna do?
I want to shoot.
Sounds so wrong.
But like real talk, I remember being like a young girl and like my God, well, the lady who claimed herself to be my godmother was like, well, let me listen to the song until she like heard the part where she's like, I want to have your baby. She's like, you can't listen to the song no more. And I'm like, you didn't hear the other lyrics? That's what made you was like, nope. The baby part.
Watch out for the picture.
Beautiful, intelligent, and graceful.
J3 is so you.
What's good, everybody? You already know what time it is. It is Big Girl Chronicles. And this Big Girl Chronicles, you know, is basically called Don't Be the Purse Girl. So let me explain what I mean when I say Don't Be the Purse Girl. Okay, so back in the day, when I was a little bit younger and I used to go out with my friends, I was the only plus size girl in the group. So everybody that was in my group was really, really skinny or nicely shaped. So when we went out, you know, the guys would ask her to dance, ask my other friends to dance, and my friends would ask me to hold their purses.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got to the place that I became so insecure in my position of who I actually was. I volunteered to be the first girl at one point because I figured in my mind, nobody's going to give me any kind of attention and nobody's going to ask me to dance because I'm the only big girl here.
Mm-hmm.
So I made myself the designated purse girl. And oftentimes in life, we take a back seat because of the perception of what we see instead of walking in the confidence of what we have. We have to stop getting to that place where we put ourselves in a position where we're like, hey, I'll just be your purse girl. I'll hide in the background because I'm not desired, I'm not wanted, I'm not loved, and nobody's going to choose me or pick me. And that is definitely not the case because even when I had the experience of a nice young man asking me to dance, the first thing he asked me was, why were you standing in the background holding everybody else's purse? And I said to him, I said, well, I'm used to being the person that just holds the purses. And that kind of stuck with me even into my adulthood of how in relationships, I used to be the purse girl. I used to believe that I wasn't good enough. I wasn't ever going to succeed, but I would be the person that holds the purses for everybody else. And I would be their cheerleader and cheer them on while sitting in my own corner, being insecure and not living out who I was and not seeing the beauty for who I am. And I made myself the purse holder for a lot of people in life. So ladies, at this point in your life, you have to stop being the purse holder. You have something to offer. You are gorgeous. You are beautiful. And you have position in this life. You don't have to take the back seat because the people around you, it seems like they're doing well and you're not. That is not the case. You're just waiting for the right person to ask you to step into position. Because you're beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You're intelligent.
Yeah.
And you're graceful.
What?
You a big girl.
You a who?
You a big girl. You a big girl.
Listen, that's a real thing, you know. You know, be confident, be who you are. You know, be strong. You are somebody. But I'm not coming to talk to you because you might be sexual harassment. When we get back, we're gonna talk about sexual harassment, man. What's going on with our celebrities and the people around us? Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
It's going down. How far is too far? We'll talk about it right on 5716. Big Frank in the
morning. It was good, y'all. It's your girl Jay Cherie, and I'm here.
That was a good one, Jess.
Girl Chronicles lady. I'm here to help you get your life in action.
You know, I almost got up and start dancing just a little bit.
I mean,
I'm feeling it.
that's how you feel, sir. You know,
I'm feeling it a little bit. I'm gonna be like,
you know, if you feel it to your soul, let it minister.
Let's set this party off right.
Yeah.
Players. What y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Oh, look out! Guess who's back again? Wearing jewelry, yeah, you was fine shoes. Don't look too hard, might hurt yourself. Don't make the color red, the blue. I'm a dangerous man. There's some money in my
Keep up.
Some of the pretty girls around me and they're picking up.
Keep up.
Why you mad? Put your face in. I hope they on the
Okay,
What y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air.
I don't think Bruno is really from here.
Look out!
He's been trying to tell us for a long time. He ain't really from here. Yeah. He's been trying to tell us, we're not listening.
oh man. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm thinking to be with you. This is when I first really started dancing. I was still super nervous about dancing. I was so glad that these songs were specific dancing came. I was like, oh, that's all I gotta do. Cool. I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. I'm all trained.
I am not in shape for the dances that are out right now. I'm not.
I'm not on TikTok because all the dances are out right now. But I can dance for real now. So I'm
Some of these dances, I'm not excited for. They move so fast. I'm like, yo.
They going backwards, you know. They came back to the dirt.
Like, my physique cannot handle some of these dances.
We in the red line.
Good morning, y'all. The crazy thing is, T-Pain can really sing.
You really can. I watched the interview, and he was like, you know, when I came, he was like, I wanted to be different. But I knew where I was. So I knew I needed a gimmick to get in. Nobody would believe that I could sing for real.
And that's really sad.
Yeah.
Because dude got like vocals. Dude got vocals. But honestly, that's the same thing with Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande can really sing. Like, I didn't know she could actually sing until I saw her on Jimmy Fallon, where they did Wheel of musical something. and she had to like imitate different artists.
Oh yeah.
And she killed, like when I tell you she killed Christina Aguilera, like she sounded.
I was gonna say, I was like, Christina Aguilera, Mariah Carey, that's kind of who she is.
But no, like her actual voice, she actually has a really amazing voice. But because she was pretty, they so sad that she doesn't really sing because she's pretty. Like they just kind of put her by, it's like, oh, you're pretty, so you don't really need to do it. Like her, Sia, Lady Gaga, they can all really sing. It's sad.
The industry got changed. We gotta, that's our fault because we let it sell, but we need to be buying talent. Buy talent. Don't buy sex. Don't buy entertainment. Buy the talent.
We need another Barry Gordy.
Buy the talent.
But that's the thing, like, I can't say it's all our fault because we have a lot of artists out there that actually use their talent. Like, think of even though I'm kind of a little mad at her right now, India Arie and Jill Scott and all those artists, Anthony Hamilton, they actually use their talent. It really comes to the point of what are you gonna let the industry? How are you gonna let the industry sell? Because Angie Stone was like, you're not gonna make. Angie Stone is still thick. She was like, you're not gonna make me become this skinny person. That's not me. Like, I'm a beautiful, voluptuous black woman. Now, Jill, she lost some weight, but she's still a little thick.
She's in her bones. You gotta, not to people say this, but you gotta let it.
But yeah, like these artists, they didn't allow, in a sense, they didn't allow the industry to change what they started. So I think you gotta be at the place where you can.
It depends on where you at. You got some generation too. Because to be, so you know, people who may not get as much pop immediately than other artists. Like for example, you just got out there, man. I'll give you your name. Great. When was their first release? That we know of. Like, what was their? How long has it been trying to develop in the game? You know what I'm saying?
Because when Janelle Monáe first came out, the Janelle Monáe that I learned about when I guess she kind of became famous.
Right.
Like Archangel, right? I went back. I was like, Janelle Monáe got like 2 whole mixtapes with her hair all the way out.
Yeah.
She not wearing black and white. She just,
Like you say, how long before they became mainstream?
Well, Jill was underground for a while.
Right.
And she was like an underground Philly artist for a real.
It was tough. Like for that generation, especially that neo soul generation, they did it different. Like they did it like hip hop did it. Hip hop came together, and then they just made music. Same thing with Jill Scott. When Jill Scott came out, she had Erica there. She had Common, Black Thought, and them. They was all getting together, just going to random places to play.
Right.
And they was playing together, and that's how they blew up.
But I mean, like, there is a sacrifice for your art, like to a certain degree. Like I look at Q-Tip, and then I look at like Mos Def, well, Yasin Bey, whoever he goes by right now, and then Talib. They even though like Mos Def and Q-Tip kind of went mainstream, they stay true to their roots. But Talib was like, yo, I'm doing me. And he, like, even now, he doesn't even know right.
Why? Because you're doing him. You know what I'm saying? Because when you don't succumb to the system, I'm gonna call it the system of who in control, what they want to do. This
Good morning, Vaughn.
You don't get the clout, you don't get the attention. You have to be fired. Know that you're fired, and know that you're not gonna be able to be acknowledged that you get fired till you run, die, pass on, 3,
But the good thing about that is, at least in Talib, is that he has gained the respect of the community. So even people that hot be like, I know who Talib Kweli is. I respect who Talib Kweli is. And if Talib said I was hot, I'm hot. You know what I mean? Tell him to actually be on his radio show and his podcast. I'm going. That's quality.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that's worth just as much as the money.
That's why I really like. That's why I love Robert Glasper. Because like Robert Glasper, he sticks to his roots.
He got an album coming out too.
He sticks to his roots, but he also like, I'm throwing this out here for y'all, so y'all market me. But I'm gonna put this master right here. Like he found a way to kind of be real fluid in between the lines, because like black radio when it came out, like people was like, oh, this is, you know, they're not gonna really like push this because it's real Rudy-ish. Like, and like when I tell you that album blew up, but he did just enough for them to for like the industry to market him. But if you hear the album, you would never be like, yo.
So fire.
I'm not even really talking about.
I'm a new
As a person that loves music and knows that you love music.
Number one, I don't know these people's names, so that's why they run the conversation. I don't know who Robert Glasper is.
Glasper.
Glasper sounds like he write movies.
He produced the soundtrack to what's that movie called? Photoshop.
I need to know. I need to hear a song.
Photograph.
I'm about to look up a
just put it on. Robert Glasper. It don't matter what song.
Black radio. I could give you
Don't matter.
Joy with Erykah Badu, Afro Blue, Layla Hathaway, Cherish the Day. Oh God, like, it's so many songs on that album, bruh.
Do y'all know Robert Bublé?
Robert Glasper. Didn't know y'all was on YouTube. Subscribe, Josh.
Yeah. We moving over to YouTube.
Hit that subscribe button.
Y'all can rock better over here.
Yeah. He put in parentheses, this is Josh. Like, because no, his joy came up the invisible sun as she went. So, like, thank you for letting us know who you are. we were like, thank you.
Thank you, invisible sun.
Right.
Yeah, definitely subscribe. Please subscribe. We have more content coming like all across the board.
Yeah,
matter of fact, I might do karaoke here.
Robert Glasper got an album coming out 2050. Can't wait for Black Radio.
Is Black Radio thing come out?
I've been listening to everything. I've been listening to it from when he was doing.
Thank you, Josh. He just subscribed.
We was doing trio work to when he did quartet work, all the way into Black Radio. Back to trio work.
Some research.
You have to.
Back to the trio work. That's then Black Radio too. And then
But when I said Black Radio, my mind went to Black Radio. That this is a project called Black Radio.
And then went
That's what it's called.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And then went to R&R. And Robert got like three different groups going at once.
Yeah.
That boy, he is a talented person. Robert Glasper. If I could ever talk to you on the radio, I would call him.
Call the radio station 716.
712-780-1.
You are my boy, and there's things that to learn from you. Nothing else.
I like Janelle Monáe, the Lord won't let me listen to it. I like Janelle Monáe, the Lord won't let me listen to it.
I understand that.
Because some of her content is real fluid in her sexuality.
Man, but
I was like, you don't need that in your spirit.
But man, those first three albums though.
She did a song with Prince. That was my joint. I was like, you can't listen to her no more. And I was just like, no.
Those first three albums though. Well, they're all fire.
All in all, famous artists. If you come across this YouTube channel, definitely reach out to us. We would like to interview you.
Definitely.
Actually, I ain't gonna say actually real questions, but I'm definitely gonna be. I want to know. I want to know what it took.
For her, Prince was her mentor.
Yeah, Prince Game was like, heard her music, it was like.
That's how she got in.
Push that.
That's how she got into the industry.
That's how a lot of people.
Prince pushed her.
Prince and Michael done pushed a lot of people. Like, hold on now.
Prince was like, she got my seal of approval. Back.
That's all that matters. See,
that's
all I mean.
All that matters.
Man,
that's like Michael Jackson saying, like, I approve of this radio station, friends.
Out of nowhere. 30 million people.
Come out the grave. Like, I approve of this radio station.
30 million, right?
He said he just made, he gets a dream of Blanket, and Blanket called the radio station. Like, my dad
Yeah.
40 seconds.
You can make a church song out of everything.
See, that's black people's problem. They just make church music out of everything. The problem is not.
I have resolved that you can put a church clap to everything.
Fire 716, your boy Big Frank. You're locked into Big Frank in the morning. That was Let Us Do with All Right going down right here on Fire 716 in the morning. Listen, we're about to get into the question of the day.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Now, we got to give you a prelude because we got to set it up proper. Because I think the question is, how far is too far?
Yes.
But giving you some context. So, in the news lately, Chris Cuomo has been charged with sexual harassment.
Sexual harassment, yeah.
He had a young lady's office, they had lunch, he made some sexual advances. She denied harassment. Trey Songz has a young lady who they're at a party. They go upstairs for extracurricular activities. That's the plan. He requests to do anal behavior. She denied. But upon arrival to the bed scene, he becomes the Hawk, very aggressive, and takes the anal anyway.
Yes.
So
which then yields, though, her leaving, being in distress, distraught, and in pain severely, that she has to go to the hospital and have surgery on her rectum.
Yes.
I know it's not funny, but the joke I had was just like on the Boondocks, he just took the booty. That's just what he did. That's messed up.
It really.
And so now she has a $20 million lawsuit against him.
Yes.
Trey,
the question for today is, how far is too far when it comes to sexual harassment? And this is what context I want to put it in. When you are attracted to someone, they have your attention. How do you approach that individual properly without having sexual harassment being labeled on you? Now, I got some questions, got some concerns. I think my personal thought, we get him out here real quick. I think far as Chris Cuomo's out of order because number one, he's married with children. There's no excuse for why you spin gang. Number two, get her out your office, okay?
Right.
Like, there's no reason
Keep
for you.
the door open, sir.
Right. Why are you eating with me? Period. Bye. Have a great day. But then I also feel like you're giving me mixed signals. Now, if you're eating with me and we're talking, we vibing, and I feel like, what's the issue? I feel like you giving me you want me vibes. And I move on to the you want me vibes, but I read it wrong. Harassment.
See, the thing is, so I'm looking at the story because I want to make sure all of it is correct. They said that Chris Cuomo invited the young worker to his office for lunch on a pretext of giving her advice for obtaining a full-time employment. When she got there was no food, and the anchor badgered her for sex. That was the story.
Okay.
So she got there. Ain't no num-nums because he wanted.
What you want to eat? Number one.
He wanted some num-nums.
All right, so pretty much she went there under false pretenses, and then he
was like, "You gonna give me that? You gonna give me that?
You gonna give me some booty?" It's very
Now your process like that. Our process is number one. I told you to we can do lunch, but we had never yet discussed what we doing for lunch, so we got to figure out what we getting for lunch.
Well, I'm just. But she like it says under the pretense that she for full employment. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, so
number two,
is she using that against her to have sex with her?
Yeah, number one, number two was we're going to discuss watch it. But you're supposed to bring your own lunch. I wasn't supposed to bring lunch.
No, it was she was invited.
I'm inviting you
to the office to have lunch.
Okay, I'm inviting you
that you
to have lunch with me. That don't mean I'm bringing lunch. I'm inviting you. You ain't got to go to the school cafeteria and eat with them. I'm inviting you to my office, so I'm supposedly, this is the era, be giving you advice in regards to full-time employment,
Right.
but then you use it somewhere else. So Chris, you know,
I kind of feel like you got the money, sir. You was probably if somebody thinks that they going in there and getting lunch.
no, but that's my thing. And this is just me. If I'm not inviting you to lunch, I'm inviting you to eat lunch. You can come into my office and have lunch.
Right.
And while we're doing our lunch time, because this is break time,
Right.
if integrity was real, we can discuss how you can get full-time employment, which doesn't require anything sexual at all.
Right.
Okay. So, but you can come down, have lunch at the radio station. Yeah, come on down here. Bring your lunch. I'm not paying for
Right.
it. Okay, bring your lunch. You eat down here. We can discuss.
I'm gonna be like, "What you coming down to the radio station to meet my brother?"
No, we can discuss. We can discuss advertisement or whatever.
But
Bring your lunch.
my thing is, okay, we had some comments. Some said, Visible Sun said that was sexual assault with the whole Trey Songz thing. No means no. Here's my thing.
Man.
With the era of Me Too
Mm-hmm.
and everything else, you should have had somebody else there. Because especially what's going on with your brother. Like, especially what's going on with your brother right now.
Should I have?
And you're a man of influence. I'm not saying that that's the reason why.
I'm
If you know,
not giving anybody no excuse, but go ahead. No, you.
if you
proceed.
know, I'm saying if you really want to protect yourself, given what just happened with your brother, have an assistant.
You'll think you'll be more cautious.
Right, you would be more cautious
No, because then and this
if you're innocent. Because
Right.
I don't think he's
and this is the challenge. And I'm gonna tell y'all, been right now, going forward. I don't know how you're gonna spit game. If it ain't at the club, don't do it. Because I'm telling you right now, because if I've been at work, I have worked booths, work bait. I've been the married man now. And I work here, okay, my lord. But I've been at places where there's been work bays and work booths or whatever it can be. So, and I've been at work where people give off the vibe that, oh, you're interested. Don't do it at work. Period. Don't do it at work. Don't engage in it because there could have been mixed signals. Now you married Chris, you shouldn't have been in it anyway.
right.
Period. Point. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And whatever unction you had to tell that girl to come to your office for lunch and food for the employment should have been that and nothing else. So Chris, get out of here. Cut
Right.
it out.
That's what I was trying to. That's what I was getting. I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
just-
I get it. The whole lunch thing, but Chris, you're wrong. One, yes, because you're married, and two,
Right.
you can't say you want to talk about full-time employment and then want full-time
Right.
employment.
And
you know what I'm
then,
saying? Like,
but
that's wrong.
then also, I want to hear the other side of the story
Well,
because
you always want to hear the other
am
side.
I blatantly saying, oh, I want to do you, or did I give you a compliment and say you're attractive, beautiful? I wouldn't mind. The delivery is also important because
She said he badgered her per se.
Right.
If
So-
he had been
man,
like,
that's what she said. Now I want the other side of the story because it's two truths and it's three parts to the story. Okay, her version, his version of the truth.
Right.
Now you got to hear both sides, because Badger can be twice. I mentioned, oh my God, you're so beautiful, you're so gorgeous. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not validating this at all. But you got to give me because Badger seems like y'all want to do you. I'm trying to bend you over. I'm trying to ramshack you.
Wow.
In the morning, these contexts is what
No,
you say.
every I need what's crazy is I need context every time because as a reader of the book, okay, the book.
Okay.
Mhm.
If you don't read the context of the scripture,
yeah,
that one scripture you can manipulate to be whatever you want. If you don't take the context of what's happening. Now, I'm not validating. I'm not saying Cuomo is okay. Not at all. What I'm saying is, give me more context of what this conversation yielded. Did y'all talk business at all? Did y'all talk full-time employment? How did we get to sex in the
Right.
first place?
Okay.
I blatantly said I want to
Do you?
see, I want to smash.
right. I want to you up and down. You see stuff like did he go to like a karaoke song lyric and we
Wow.
interpret it into a thing? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
But even like, when we come back, we'll talk about the other sexual
Yeah, so-
harassment. But like, Chris, do better.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
Do better, because now you got to deal with this and then come home to your wife and your kids and have to explain.
And
On top of your own brother, on top of your brother.
On top of your brother, you got fired.
And then
for
that-
being
then-
solid for your brother.
You got a lot going on.
Right,
Like, why is you building more?
and then was it a setup? No, listen, I'm so sorry, y'all, that I'm not so, and you can call me misogynistic, you can say, man, the guy, who is you? I am not always quick to believe the cry out the first time. I'm just not always quick to believe.
I understand that.
And I just want more. Give me more details because you told your side and you're gonna tell the point of views that you want to stick out.
Right.
Now was you talking? Did the conversation get a little sensual, sexual, and you engaged in it willfully?
Right.
And then when we get to a place now that you, oh no, I can use this against them.
It's a Cuomo curse.
Yeah.
And not even with Cuomo. Now I'm not gonna hold you. With his brother, I get a different point of view. Yeah, man, I like me, and I'm gonna leave after this, and then we're gonna talk about the other one when we get back. It's because of the fact that number one, I'm a single man. Number one, not validate that you should be foul being single.
Right.
But I'm in pursuit wherever city I'm in, because at this time I'm working COVID, so wherever I am, I want to get the bone wet. So therefore, to do so, I'm going to have conversation. Now, put your hands on somebody, get up out of there. Ain't gotta be nasty. But I might say, hey, you kid want to watch tonight? Yeah.
Right.
Oh my God, no, come on, no.
We have a comment that says also this is why our offices need to have windows in the doors.
Facts. Yeah. Facts.
Keep the door open.
Fact. You know what he said? This got me. Are we going back? We'll be back right on Friday 716 Big Frank in the morning. Let's go.
See, this is what happens when you're in the room where it happens.
But that's
In the room where it happens.
I'm gonna tell y'all why I feel the way I feel. You mean like
I hear you.
so no, I've been accused of sexual harassment. This young lady made a decision to have a sexual encounter in one of the classrooms with a plethora of men. She made that choice, her choice. The conversation comes up the next morning in the auditorium. She heard me laughing and giggling, and they was talking about a situation. I said, that's crazy, with who? And they called me into the office and said, Frank, they want to charge you with sexual harassment. I did nothing. I ain't said nothing to her. I ain't came by here. I was in the middle of a conversation. Somebody else brought up the fact that this young lady had relations over there. Out of all these people here in the room, you gonna call on me.
Right. And I ain't even
I'm not even. So
I ain't know about it.
I ain't know about it.
I know about it.
But they called me in the office and they said, Frank, you're gonna try you sexual harassment. They're gonna try you sexual harassment. But thank God to Miss Jones at the time. We're not gonna do that, but this is gonna do apologies. And if y'all know me,
You don't do well with apologies.
I don't mind apologizing. I don't mind apologizing.
When he did nothing wrong.
But I hate being lied on. Is very. I will. Jesus, Peter, call me Peter. Okay? That's coming slice. Because and that's why when I hear the word sexual harassment, and for me, from my experience, I always go back to what is the context of what has occurred. Certain things is just like everybody has.
So this is a trigger for you.
Fact. So every time somebody cries sexual harassment, give me more. I need no scenarios and details, and why was this offensive to you? You know, for the lady, she was that was the storyline of the morning.
Yeah.
So she might have been offended because they was laughing. I didn't mean to offend you. I just heard the story. I didn't repeat the story. I didn't tell the story.
I heard the story. I laughed at the story. I didn't even know. I wasn't a part of the story at all.
Right. So
I hear you.
I get that perspective. It's just, from, like I said, I don't believe that every story that a woman says of sexual harassment is true. But as a woman too, this is like a different level of bravery where people are just coming out like saying, I'm not gonna take it no more. Because he could he be innocent? Yes. I will never not say this man could not have innocence. But at the same time, he could. And she was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna be quiet. I came here looking for a full-time job.
Yeah, I hear you. In both ways, it's very much possible. But Frank, you don't give me more. Y'all better keep both sides. Y'all better both walk to this confessional and tell the truth. And let's discuss this for real, because I also feel like, just like y'all, the Me Too movement, I get it. Me Too has been victimized. I've been hurt. I've seen it done. It's intense. Now we talking out. But the nigga too. Like men too. Like this harassment is a two-way street.
Right.
Because if you talk to me foul, then I want to second guess it. Cause you see me in my gray sweatpants. They look at my peen.
Or they wanna, or you get dogged out for being uncomfortable about it.
Fact.
You know.
But I would never not tell a man not to speak out.
What if she came over and talking about she want to jump on his phone? And she just told the story first. I watched. What you watch? I watched something else. I watched something
like that's the thing, like because boy, like I'm happy that you brought that up. The gray sweatpants thing is borderline sexual harassment.
No, it's not.
It really is.
You're not about to be mad at me. I didn't make this up.
It's about coming from women.
Oh, fact.
Relax, bro. Yo, relax. Like I need you to like breathe a little bit because you your neck disappeared like your dad used to. Like no, I mean for real because like even though even though like
yeah, all right. Now, go ahead. You got don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Even though like it's a joke, it is like man sexual harassment when like girls is just straight
bad
stalking dudes in the mall that's wearing gray sweatpants. Like it really is. Like
it gets bad, you know. But you know, we live in a culture that you get dogged out for, you know, not accepting it because it's like, bro, just let it happen so you can get what you want. But if I'm not trying to smash, then why would I want it to happen to me? You know?
Cause like I have literally seen people like post on their Facebooks like, yo, it's gray sweatpants season. And I'm just like, I got brothers. Like in my mind, like in my mind is like, have I like seen you doing gray sweatpants? Like and be like, wow. Yes. But like
which is fine.
Like I haven't been in the mall like, girl, we going to the mall, it's gray sweatpants season. Like no, like I have
just saying. And then don't be running up on man, gray sweatpants. He's like, oh,
you know,
and then when he pull you close, like, don't shoot what you're trying to do, and then you like, hold on, I was just, you know,
and this is
I was fake the game.
I'm just dealing with some things that happened to me, okay? Because you know that's why this is so triggering for me because I've been accused of looking at women as if I want to eat them up. That's actually how that's just the phrase they use. When you looked at me, Nick, and I'm just like, Nick, I'm not examining you. You're 4'4". When I see you, I see full body. I'm not even trying to give you any false notion. Half the time, I'm zoned out to a vision, okay? But what happens is now, so people get the wrong impression. Oh, he like me. I don't want you. I don't like me. But I've been accused of that my eyes are wandering. Nigga, I got astigmatism. That joint drifts away. But I understand also how that it can appear such. But if you don't have the proper context and you don't know, you can follow all day.
You know what? I'm gonna do like real talk. I'm gonna do a Big Girl Chronicles on just because he's nice that doesn't mean he's fun. Because like some dudes just have home training and they're nice guys. You know? Because like I have like, you know, I have somebody that will call him bro. Like he's not in the bro circle with y'all, but it's somebody I will call him bro. Nice guy. And I went to go visit somebody. They had a graduation. It's like, oh, this dude want me. He want me. First of all, he is married.
Yeah.
He got a kid. Now he was flirting. I know him. No, I know him. I know his type. Even if he was to step out, it ain't gonna be you. I was like, but he's a man of integrity. He's a man of God. Like he take his walk with God. I'm telling you, he didn't want you. No, you wasn't there, girl. I know he was flirting. I know this dude. Like he don't want you. He was just all in my face. He was being nice. Like you were probably in the same space. He probably like, hey, how you doing? Spark up a conversation because y'all was in the same space. And it's rude and awkward to stand there and
I just saw your feature in the moment.
Right.
It's like we we all wait for the elevator, and then I'll be like, man, this elevator taking a while. You know, not even I'm just trying to break tension. Like we all wait here, we don't know each other, you know, so I just break the tension. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy, man. Walking to work, say good morning, everybody. It's like, damn, trying to talk to me.
That's why it's that's why I say it's just that's why I'm a contact person, but at the same time I get it. There are people who are harassed, who are mistreated, and who are uncomfortable in certain things. I don't even knock that because I know they could be true. Give me both.
I think I may drop that for because I need to inform and educate because it's really not that serious.
I just do want to be friends.
That's the thing. Like I get the exact opposite. Like dudes have like, yo, you just look like you mad at me. No, I've caught your vibe. And I have this aura, so you won't talk to me. Like my discernment is like no, and I know that you're like yo, I'm a holler at her, and I feel and I see your spirit, and I'm like bro, no. So I'm gonna make myself unapproachable, so you don't say nothing. Like she mean. No, I felt your spirit, sir. No, some of us are not mean, and some of us are not really picky. Some of us have picked up on your spirit and be like, nah, bro. We're not gonna smile. We're not gonna have a conversation. We're not gonna even create a door for you. You are gonna be like Maribel. That door just gonna disappear. You gonna try to touch the door now, it's gonna disappear on you because it's like no, like because some guys have been really aggressive. Like I was in a store a couple years ago in Tops, cashing out my groceries. And the guy, like the cashier, the guy put his stuff right near mine or whatever because they didn't have the divider. And she's like, "Are y'all together?" And like he mumbled something. I didn't hear what he said. I was just like, "No, we're not together." And she was like, "No, are you guys together because your orders are close?" And I was like, "No, we're not together." He's like, "But we could be." So what's up? Like mad aggressive, and I'm like, at what point did I give you the inkling that I was even interested in you? Like, I did. If I'm interested, especially with, I'm gonna do the turn and smile, and then go back. I didn't give you none of that. Like, you were just mad aggressive with it.
I'm terrible.
All right, we come in with Trey Songz.
I'm terrible at picking up signs, so I'm bad at picking up signs, so I want to see it. You have to tell me blatantly that you try to be with me so we catch it.
And I think too, I'm gonna go back and probably screenshot certain moments that we have here, and we post them shorter. Yeah, like it's almost TikTok too.
Okay. Oh, I
gotta do that on my daily toilet rest. First, 716, your boy Big Frank. Back to the Big Frank in the morning. What's up? The darkness is in. The Dark Knight is in the room.
Whatever.
The
Frank is gonna always call him the darkness. So stop.
Yeah, he's somebody out here.
Come on.
He's somebody. Period. Period. So the conversation, we talked about Chris Cuomo earlier. How far is too far? And your boy Big Frank context, right? But the next story.
Lord.
Trey.
This is what he said prior to this moment. He said, "The neighbors know my name, my name, my name."
The news knows your name.
So Trey Songz has been accused of sexual harassment. Him and the young lady were going to have an intimate encounter,
yes.
and he asked a question, and I commend him
very responsibly.
As a responsible man, hey, would you like to engage into anal activation? That's just a word.
That's that preacher.
And she denies, no, I do not want any anal penetration to that, that degree. Mm-hmm. But apparently, upon arrival to the set location to execute the set assignment, he transformed into the Hulk and aggressively takes and snatches the anal activity, which now causes an anal disruption, where the young lady has to go to the hospital and have surgery because of they did a rape kit on her backside.
She had anal contusions.
Terrible. Because she was conceived by the illusion that I did have
because it's crazy. I'm inclined to believe this story.
Yeah.
Just because she never denied consenting.
Right.
To have sex. Like she was like, she told him no back door. and he wanted back there.
And I will say this is men. No is no. I don't care if it's a plain no, fake no. No.
Right.
I don't care if it's a giggle no. Because no,
Not
cause
a giggle no.
because a giggle no is
Still no.
a giggle no gives the illusion that it's a no, but you open.
Oh, you
Like,
said giggle no.
Giggle no.
I thought you said a giggle no. I'm
No,
like,
giggle
what's
no.
a giggle no?
No, we don't do that. But you get no. No is no. Okay, period. Okay. Quick story, okay. Once upon a time, before marriage, children, and Jesus is heavy as he is in my life, I engaged in activities to execute the set aside. And in the middle of
Sex.
of freezing, second counter, and doing very well. She begins to say, no. Oh, yo, okay. Excuse me. What? Oh, no, I wasn't. Oh, okay. Definition, please. Okay. It was just, the moment was overwhelming and didn't know how to respond. Oh, okay. Start crying and stuff. Oh, no. Give me.
Gotta get out of here.
Nope. Whammy and
Tight tripping.
man, got caught next to the church. No. Won't have a case on me. Jumped out, okay? Nope, we're out of here. But Trey's wrong. I'm not gonna hold you just for the fact that she did say no, but you went that way anyway. And then y'all not gonna like me. That's the man of God. Because my thing is, because the storyline says that immediately,
you ain't even
Immediately.
you ain't worked your way to it, Trey. You just ran.
And I'm a married man, okay, and I can discuss this, okay. No, I probably should.
This both sons said a joke. It was a Joseph moment.
Because you could.
Watch how you phrase
Because
viewers.
right, because as you engage, there are testing strategies to identify if I don't know.
Okay, so
Go ahead, say it.
Trey, you're wrong. You're wrong. All right, but piggyback on what my cousin's saying, and once again, don't mean no disrespect, and I don't mean it in a salacious way, but because I've been not having, but because I know about whatever. This is what I'm gonna say. One, you're wrong. You're wrong in general. No, me no. Two, you ain't gonna work your way into it. Like, what's wrong with you? That's two. Three, as my cousin said, like, there are ways to persuade into it. If you would have been, don't say this the wrong way. If you would have been doing your job in other places, you probably could have asked again and got a yes. You Trey songs,
right? And
there's a woman. I'm so mad at this right now. Like, no.
Because this is what we say.
No.
But this is
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
say.
be
As a
honest
woman,
here.
it's not like y'all put it down
I'm
and they
going
can
to
change
be
your mind.
honest. No, actually, I'm going to be honest because sometimes there's certain things you have not experienced.
Right.
Therefore, you don't know. Okay. And sometimes when a woman, based on previous history, is comfortable, she's open to try new things. So when we talk about his approach, clearly she said no, accept the no. But while giving the due diligence
That she agreed
to, oh, that feels nice. Oh, what is that? Okay, we can try.
That's all.
Yeah.
Not saying he's right because he's wrong.
Yeah, he's wrong, period.
Especially how he did it.
I'm sorry. I can't jump on this boat with y'all because, like, even I like to believe as a woman, her comfortability level. I have had some very interesting experiences.
Saying.
And a lot of them have been mind blowing. If I'm still a no, you could work magic. If I am on a no, I've had some magical experiences and I have still said no. Like,
I'm just saying.
Wife, I love you.
2020 is 2022.
I have had knowers.
That's all I'm saying.
Welcome to Friday Strikes.
Listen, like, it's even more awkward because it's brothers and sisters in the room. Like, we are brothers and sisters, so we just all learned something about each other in like the last 5 minutes. But no, like Trey Songz is definitely wrong. I really hope that she wins this lawsuit. Clearly, you know, it caused severe damage, not just body but physical.
I don't want celebrities to think that they can do anything. They can do
Right.
anything. Absolutely. So far as your behavior in that, you could have came out safer, but you, because of your arrogance or whoever you think you are, your delivery and how you executed that was just out of wrong. And still yet context, but still, just that the surgery got me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that's just due to the size of the snake inside the water.
Or it could have been the forcefulness.
The forcefulness.
Because
if you go right in, there's no
worse.
You have to. There's no. Let me get out of here. Let me run away from this watering hole. Okay, I got to get up out of here. Yo, it's Big Frank in the morning. Jay Shree, The Dark Knight is going down. Stay locked in. When we come back, we got to talk about somebody who got shot.
yeah.
Shot. Right here on 5016 Big Frank in the morning. Listen, do us a favor. Please subscribe, like, and share. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're around the world. Also, we're on Twitch. I just don't know it yet. It's going down. 5016 Big Frank in the morning.
Let's go.
Let's go.
What's good, y'all? It's your girl Jay Sheree from Big Frank in the morning.
So, we're not going to talk about this whole Tepian picture.
I just shared it.
Were you looking real Umar Johnson?
You don't know. I got a little conscious of people think
I'm mad at this Umar Johnson picture. Like, and I'm even madder because I knew you during the season. Like,
To fire716radio@gmail.com.
huh? Because he looked like he looks like he could be Umar Johnson's brother. Like, if I find the picture, I'm doing it side by side. Like, just of you and Umar, I promise you.
Somebody thought it was me once I did Jack came to Buffalo. Hey, Frank, you about to go speak? No, that's not me. That is not me.
I'm gonna find it side by side. And definitely do this because I'm petty with my life. But yes, question of the day: how far is too far?
Yeah.
No.
Not just in sexual things.
No, it's too far. That's for no.
Or somebody's like, how far is just too far?
Yeah.
Like, I have learned in the year of our Lord in 2022, I'm done. I am done. Like, unapologetically seeking out my own peace.
I don't know, because I don't want to say it out loud because Lord, but you said it. We'll see. We'll see, but definitely means in self is the goal. Self, God will self is really objective. I gotta jump away real quick for about 10 minutes. I gotta make my first order of smoothies. Oh yeah, this is my whole tap.
I promise you will find a picture of Dr. Umar and do it side by side.
Yeah, you do. See the girl hooked up for that.
Oh, listen, please. I was studying the black church before we were called Christians.
Yeah.
Our beginning in Africa, for real, before they put a title on our names, who we are, what we are, and why we are. Please don't get it twisted. This is not the white man's religion. This is just the white man's limitation. Please.
Hello, talk to him about it.
When you read the text, it's black. Okay. When you read the text, it's us. Okay. And you can try to tell me that, oh yeah, it's the white man. The white man. You can't limit God's word, and you try. But who we are as a people, and who we have to start and to build and create. Yeah, that's us. Don't ever get it.
It was in Garden of Eden. Was in the land of Cush,
Come on, talk to him about it.
which is now, Northern Sudan. We have knowledge, message, like now. But no, like the first people did the Garden of Eden was in Africa. This is all that melanated skin. This is us.
And we talk about being enslaved. Being in slavery wasn't as outside of the Egyptian status. But sometimes being enslaved, you reap the benefits of the house you was connected to. Slavery was a concept that's been around for a long time. Long before the whites tried to adapt it and use it for their own power. But when you read the Bible for real, in its context, and you begin to dig and you begin to study, you realize there's more to the book than what you thought. And also, You're talking about undoing a time frame where black people were uneducated and all we had was the word transfer. So until Revelation came, then we get to Azusa Street and churches and get all into all that. But you got to think, the white man told the story out of context and used it to keep us in bondage. Right. But when you start reading about what's his name, is it Nate?
He read it for himself.
He read it for himself and began to get it. Wait, we got power, we got authority. That's why we're able to have a revolt like we did and overthrow because we have more power. When you read the text for yourself, half the problem is y'all not reading. I ain't even read this quick, but y'all not reading the text.
The word concubine is like Josh like something.
So,
no, Josh, it wasn't in Mesopotamia. I actually did a study on the location of the Garden of Eden, and this is where the term Cushite Christian came from. Because they were saying that because they were from the original people that they were Cushite Christians. But yeah, it was actually in what is now Northern Sudan.
About the question, what other race you know that can push out, that can be black and push out a white baby and blonde?
But if you got other studies, Josh, I would kind of want to know where that is.
So,
well, I think the Mesopotamia thing comes from the two rivers. And how, you know how they, I believe the Genesis talk about how the two rivers going through.
It was the,
and that's where they're like, you know, because you also taught in school that they started in Mesopotamia, which is still Africa. You know what I mean? But like, that's where the understanding of that.
I will say it was in Genesis 2.
About the two rivers, and because Mesopotamia was headed between two rivers, you know, which eventually turned into one longer river. And that is why it's saying right there. So, you know, it's some credit to it, y'all. It's some credit to it.
So it says the name of I'm looking for the first river. And the river went out of Eden to water the garden, so Hyzon, and then Gihon, and then Hiddekel. Yes, in Genesis 2, that's what I'm looking at. And I could have swore the last one was the Tigris.
So that's where the mentality comes from. Yeah.
No, Euphrates. Euphrates was the fourth one. But yeah, it is in Genesis too. But like I don't know, from the studies in the background in the Greek and Hebrew books and stuff I was reading, it said it was in Cush. But you know,
even at the same time, you know what I mean.
Still
We don't know how big Eden was.
True.
We don't know how big Eden was. We just know that it got cut off eventually, and he couldn't go back. We don't know how big it was. Eden could have been all of Africa. And, you know, which will explain a lot of things of why imperialism happened and why there was so much rich things to take from Africa. Because all of it was in the ground. Because Eden had came and Eden had gone.
Yeah.
Something to think about though. I think it's
either way, study the word.
Thank you. The Bible says study the word, show you some proof.
Because they had slaves.
You know.
More importantly, they had sex slaves.
Right. They had all types of slaves. My thing is,
servants was still slavery.
And I get into arguments about it because people bring up slavery all the time, and I'm like, Joseph was a slave, but he was never treated wrong. He was never treated like, you know, beat and anything like that. Like, and then eventually he rose up in the ranks of slavery. He rose up in the ranks of slavery, and then, you know, what happened to him? He had to get away, but.
Yeah.
So but we talk about slavery because we are African Americans and the history of American slavery is not the same as slavery and where you come from. And don't get me wrong, in certain places slavery might have been
the Bible says that there was, you know, when we get into slavery, the Bible says There grew up a king who knew not Joseph. Because, in other words, that when Joseph, and correct me if I'm wrong, when Joseph is the scene, slavery isn't as bad as it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like Joseph. Okay, Joseph is an example of being, sorry guys, being a slave, being at the bottom, working up the ranks.
Yeah.
Joseph had a job, elevated, promoted, into kingship. There was no limitation to how far he could go because he was found trustworthy.
Right.
So this is what you want to call it. This was a process of what you call employment. Y'all want to hear me talking. Have a job, work, get income. This is the method. But then for the king that didn't know Joseph, then there was abuse. It was a whole hidden agenda. Y'all building this for me, for us. Wasn't the system. So it's something to dig into. I can't wait till we get there. Right now we back at the garden.
Yeah. Well, we left the garden. Now we going into redemption.
Redemption, yeah.
Yeah, but like, so my question is, because like this is the one thing that I always ask questions about, because like in biblical days, they was herb intakers. You know, they had different types of the charger should be
right there.
Yeah. They had different types of herbs and spices and juices and berries and peonies and everything else. So is it wrong as believers now to endorse herb over medicine?
This is what I'll say. Because your intake of a thing makes a difference. Because this is the question I would ask somebody. If you boil the herb and took it, if you cook the herb and took it, but the fact that you want to dry it out of its nutrients and then take it, what? You're taking it, drying it out. Now we're smoking it. Now smoke by itself ain't good for you. Right. So it's like, have we perverted the use of what we have? CBD is not illegal.
Right. It's not illegal.
But and as the believer, your responsibility is to have a sober mind. So if what you take messes with your sobriety in your mind to think, you have a problem.
Because, like, honestly, as somebody that's going into the therapeutic world, I do struggle with this. I do, because I have seen the effects of the medicine on clients, how it's cut their lives short. Even when we was working at our location together, we lost a guy due to lithium. And, like, I'm like...
Right, I've definitely seen what modern medicine, even though it's supposed to be better and more safe for you, I've seen it kill people.
Yeah, so like, I'm like, as a therapist, if medicinal,
weed get you over.
Like, not necessarily get you over, but deals with your symptoms. Because some people use like weed just, oh, you know, no. If it's dealing with your symptoms, but it's not putting your mind in a translucent
because
state.
right, because that can also put you in the and that's why I talk about smoking. You know, what's the benefit? Because is it the CBD? Because the THC gets you high. Right. That's the part that gets you. So if you're using it for is it the CBD that's helping you, or the THC that's giving your mind the false illusion that you're not in? Like, I don't know. That would take
as far as what THC, what marijuana tends to fall into, like sativas and all things. So one is for calming you, and the other one is for keeping you active. Because I know somebody used to work at a weed shop, so we've had these conversations. It really depends on the person, because and I can be transparent here and say, you know, I've had edibles and I haven't been high, but I've been calm. And I've had edibles and I haven't been high, and I felt more aware. So I've also had edibles and I've been high. So like, I can't say that it's all wrong, but I can say that there is a wrong way to execute.
Absolutely. Because if it's going to mess with your cognitive ability to execute,
it's an issue.
You got an issue. If you're now addicted to it, is it addicted to anything?
Yeah.
It's an issue.
Right.
If you're using this as a source to escape your life problems, it's an issue. So it goes back to your heart intent, your heart purpose. No, it goes to the matter because the young lady I know, who one of my cases in my previous job, she take it because nothing else helps for her back.
Right.
But what she not about? I'm not about to sit here and roll nothing.
Right.
Give me a pill, give me a shot, give me something.
Right.
I'm not about to sit here and do that.
Right. And I know people that they take it for the same exact reasons. Mm-hmm. It's because they have back problems. They can't get the high dosage pills that may help them. Mm-hmm. So spending $25 what about help them? It help them, and they don't get them high neither. Right.
And everybody can't afford those bottles. Some of them bottles $200 a bottle. Right. It lasts only a month.
Because I know
that's
a lot of doctors now are prescribing medicinal.
Right.
Because like the after effects is like Xanax. Mm-hmm. Like if I look at the fact that, not to say that I would promote it, but if I know that, getting some medicinal will calm your anxiety over a Xanax that you might not be able to come off of because your body is addicted to it and it's cutting you short, I would be torn to be like, maybe medicinal. Because like first of all, the medicinal don't get you addicted. Mm-hmm. That's different. Now, if you get weed off the street, it's different and you're wrong. But it's not meant to be addictive. It's more like you have anxiety, you want to try more holistic, go for it. But as a believer, I am like stuck. Like, because I'm like, as a therapist.
Actually, as a believer, you really shouldn't be stuck because it comes right down to the content of your heart. What is your motivating factor of getting high or this experience? Because if it is for medical, God knows your heart. You ain't gonna lie to me, Craig. Right. But if your purpose is to escape the fact that you got some realities you gotta face, like what is your real purpose? If that's the case, if it's for medical, have you tried medicinal? Have you gone that route to get certified CBD strategies and methods? Right. Because if you still roll and smoke and you come to church high lifted, you're not receiving what I'm trying to give you for transition for your life. Do you really trust me as God?
Well, no, as far as me prescribing.
Oh, yeah.
Because they like, how do you believe you prescribe weed? Some of these medications, like I said, are killing people.
But that depends on who you're talking to because
such a life in half.
It depends. Even prescribing is not a problem. Like my thing is, don't sacrifice you ain't got to. Once you're secure, you said earlier. Once you know what your role is, what you do. So, unfortunately, so sorry, saints. What convicts you ain't convicting to me. Right. Because it's not sin. All these are expedient, I get it. But for example, in your case, if I got to prescribe medicinal, because I believe it's a better alternative than the medication, I'm gonna go to somebody medicinal and be okay with it. Right. And be grateful and still preach, prophesy, give a word, and fast and pray. And just because it doesn't sit well with you, well, this don't work for you. Right. I keep telling people this all the time. God is too big and too massive. He's just ridiculously outside of the box to let one person be able to embody everything that he is. You can't. So you have to know, God, what assignment have you given me? What is my purpose in my mind? And if he's giving you the grace, I'm not about to worry about what people's thoughts. Because while you over there crying, your grandmother's feeling okay today. Because of me. Right. While you over here, oh, Jesus, trying to do the whole connection. Right. People are being healed. They feel good, living a good life now. Right. The Bible said it's my will that you prosper, be in good health, even as your soul prospers. Right. So this is helping. This is not about just getting. This is the medicinal side. This is not about just being high and being zooted. This ain't Snoop Dogg for the fun of it. And he was an idiot with somebody talking about they smoke 2 ounces a day. There's better ways of conception for the product that you want, and the high doesn't have to always be the outcome. Right. Because medicinal, unless you like just overdosing, you're not gonna do it. The balance is there. Yeah. And the streets ain't balancing THC. They giving y'all Captain Crunch cookie cutter classics. It's called death. Death. You gonna do death. be out there. Come on.
Listen, it's like if people really don't understand how unsafe. Like weed was unsafe when I was younger.
Yeah.
But like they do an extra deathly things to weed now. Like
Yeah, some people are, but like it's really becoming a real part of horticulture. It really is.
Yeah.
By now, it's really becoming a part of horticulture. Especially now that governments are getting involved in regulating it. You know what I mean? Like,
Listen, the
it's
government
changing the atmosphere. You know, shoot. At one point, they used to use cocaine to help.
they do cocaine and they go coke.
To help with pain and to help with things like that. And it worked for some people, but it didn't work for everybody. It didn't work for most people. So then, you know, it became illegal. Which, you know, like I said, I have a belief that anything that God brings to earth has a reason for being there. It is humanity that perverts those things. If you want to do something, try something, you and God, and then God be like, and if you ask him about it, and he'll tell you. You know what I mean? But you know, like anything, like like the Smooth said, too much anything makes you an addict. So you know you gotta watch yourself. You know what I mean? So
we got 15 seconds.
That's for the Black Knight.
I don't love you no more.
Come on, Keisha.
I gotta make these smoothies, y'all. I ain't get up at all at that break.
You did.
Sorry, my bad. You was pulled in the conversation.
No, it's good though.
I don't love you no more.
Who knew Keisha beats? Then Timberland was doing it for a little while, wasn't it?
Huh?
But who knew Keisha beats? I think Timberland did it a couple in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
You did this one, this one. Oh no, this probably this song wasn't it?
5716, your boy Big Frank. That was I Changed My Mom and Keisha Cole going down here on Fire 716 Radio. What is what's up? It's me, Jay Cherie, and the Dark Knight is going down. Our conversation, you know, hit us with an okie doke.
Yeah.
Was I talking about, you know, all of this sexual harassment, and has been a trigger for the man of God, and
we're working through his emotions.
and what we decided to talk about is the blackness of the Bible, and we got into CBD and THC, and just how that, as a believer, how to balance that out, and the conversation just went into really just, you know, there's a better way than just being high and those things, and I think that I personally think that right now, even with CBD, I'm not against CBD. I have been willing to. Y'all want to know the truth? I've been looking at these gummy bears, like, you know, hey, how much? So big story. So I'm in Buffalo. I'm on Elmwood. I go to Charlie's to get me a Charlie roast beef sandwich or something. Go next door to get a smoothie. This before I was selling them, and they had these gummy bears, and I was like, ooh. I said, oh, let me get a pack of these. How much these? $45. I said, what kind of gummy bears? Then I read, oh, these are infused. I said, no, I'm good, never mind. I'm like, hey, this is an expensive package gummy bears. These gonna be from God's throne room.
Listen, this is God's gummies.
God's gummies.
These are God's gummies.
I had somebody even tell me that they think that that the priests got high.
The priest and
the Bible. They said that the priest got high, and that's how they were able to enter into the holies of holies and tap into the fragrance. So they said it was burning frankincense, myrrh, and herb.
It was a sage. I don't think they was like, let's get lifted before we get lifted.
I ain't gonna put that on nobody.
Right. Because like I theologically I have to debate that, because if you are in a place of being lifted, that takes you out of the perfect will of God, and you would die going into the holies of holies. That's why they had the rope around you.
Yeah.
Right. They was pulling you out.
Right. But then that yields the question: if this was the case, who made this illegal? Who made this wrong?
People did.
Who told us that it is wrong? Because there's another generation of people, another selection of people, the Rastafarians, Halal Selassie now. They get lifted. They believe in Jesus. They believe that the King Solomon storyline in the Bible is that of Halal Selassie, that whole lineage. They believe that lineage and that who that royalty is. But they get lifted every day.
So
High and lifted up.
who made it illegal?
Who made it?
The same people who wrote the regulations for the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So, but you know, right, and I think it's just
The same people who just made it legal.
right. I think it's those who are just using it. I think an addiction, like you said, anything too much, anything is just not good. So those who are addicted, I think that it's it interferes with your mind, like mentally, it does. And
it has health benefits.
Yeah.
In one way, it can harm you if you pervert it. It's all about my thing is all about how you do it, when you do it, and what you're doing it for, like we talked about before.
Fire 716 is not promoting you.
We do not promote you.
Go visit the local weed man.
Get high today.
These three believers did not endorse. Don't be like, the preachers on the Fire 716 and go visit the weed man. No, we didn't. We did not. Don't you get us kicked off of YouTube.
Listen, I'm gonna bring somebody here who does. They do CBD. They play with all that stuff. And I've been to a CBD event. I was there with my juices.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, Frank is these. Nah, these regulars. He's straight no chaser. This is gonna balance. Now you can do your own little drip drops down the way. This right here is straight fruit juice.
Juices and
In fact, listen, we'll be back with our final thought going down right here with Big Frank in the morning. Jay Sheree, Dark Knight is going down, y'all. Let's keep it rocking. Let's go.
Juices and
Get a little inspiration on the product.
juices and bellies.
The juices and bellies.
Juices and bellies. You just let these women wash your juices and bellies.
Let's
All right, we'll make these smoothies.
go make your smoothie, sir. We're
Oh,
gonna try not to engage in an interesting conversation.
No, y'all go ahead.
You ain't talking that. But listen,
hold on.
I got something to say about this real quick.
Hold on. I also believe that.
Yeah. So wait a minute. Would you? Because I've been watching these different dating shows. I'm not gonna ask Frank this because he's married, so you out of this conversation. Would you go on any of these joints like Married at First Sight, Love Is Blind, 90 Day Fiance? Would you actually do it?
All right, so I got two things there.
Okay.
Initially, the day on before today will tell you yes, because I have lived with a lot of people. I have a very high tolerance for things, and it doesn't take a lot for me to. And I have no issue getting to know someone as long as we are both getting to know each other. Fine. You know what I'm saying? Dale, that's right now today could also do it, but it would be different because the old me would always put myself on the back burner about everything. But the new Daniel would put a foundation down, and like if I went on one of the shows, I would put a foundation down of how I am, and how in order for the relationship to continue, how we would have to be.
Okay, so do you know the premise of these shows?
And don't they like you meet somebody and then you get married right away? And then
So-
for like 90 days y'all together or whatever.
Love Is Blind.
Oh.
You never meet the person, and you never see them until after you propose. So you are in these pods, y'all talk. All y'all do is talk, get to know each other, make an emotional connection, whatever. But the thing is, they got like 10 days. But like people be like, okay, 10 days is good, it's not long enough. But in hindsight, they literally talk
10 whole days of having actual conversations, as long as your conversation is worth
like they're literally talking sometimes 12,
right.
13 hours in premise. So that's Love Is Blind. You guys make an emotional connection. The man or woman proposes. Y'all meet each other in person, go on this little getaway, and then you have 3 weeks until your wedding, where you integrate your life. Married at First Sight, you gotta go through this whole process, like these experts.
And they put you together.
Yeah, they put you together, and you meet them and marry them without even knowing them. No conversation done. 90 Day Fiance.
Right, yeah,
90. So, like, Could you see yourself doing any of those outlets?
I can see I won't say I can see myself doing them, but I could see myself being successful in them.
Explain.
Like, I'm not that I need to see people to get to know people or anything like that. But like to be, I don't know, my love languages are, well, see, I guess that works because my love language is really like is time and acts of kindness, but you really can't do any acts for me. You just talk, you know what I mean? So you will fulfill one of my.
I mean, they have done acts of kindness. Like people have like somehow got food, like got tacos, and y'all have taco dates together.
See, that's nice things. But like, I can see myself being able to do it because I'm flexible enough to do it. I probably wouldn't do it just because of where I am right now.
Right.
But like, if I was where I needed to be, or if I was before, I could see myself doing it, and probably being successful at it. You know what I mean? It seemed like a lot and it seemed like a little at the same time, but like, let's be real. Like, if you was really in a relationship, y'all wasn't living together or anything, like, technically, all the time y'all spend together might actually be worth 10 whole days of time. And 10 whole days of conversation, you know what I mean, all together before you even felt like, My thing is marriage is all about being comfortable. So if y'all comfortable, however y'all got comfortable about it, that's how it works. What about you, Jay? What about you? What's it?
90 Day Fiance, absolutely not. Married at First Sight, absolutely not. Even though they're like, oh, we're experts and we can match. I've seen some of the people they don't match people with. Pass. And I understand that people can be very cunning and, make it seem like there was one season where there was a guy who was a quote unquote believer. He was the most violent, volatile, cussingest person on the show. Like Love is Blind, if I had to choose, it would be Love is Blind, but I just, at this age, I can't see myself, first of all, cutting off all communication with everybody I love to go to a location and nobody knows where I am. And then, even after you match with somebody, you're still gone for, another week. So, essentially, you're gone for almost 3 weeks. People will come looking for me.
I'm gonna be calling.
Listen,
you have to let me know beforehand that this is what you're doing.
How would because you can't say anything. You can't go on social media. You can't call your family. Nothing. Me on a Thursday, today Thursday, and then Friday, Frank expected me to show up to the radio station, and I go missing, and he okay, maybe she overslept. That's Friday. Okay, she ain't at church on Sunday. Maybe she's sick. But he keep calling and texting.
You ain't texting that.
And my father, are you kidding me? It would go from Love is Blind to episode of Taken. People would come looking for me, and I can't personally see me putting myself out there with a bunch of strangers and not being able to Google them or do research or call my sources. Low people in high places. Check this person out. I personally can't. Because even watching the season 2 now, there's this one guy on here, I see all the signs. He's an abuser. And people oh my God, he's just passionate. No. He has abuser signs. I need to be affirmed. You need to do this. The getting angry very quickly and snapping. That's abuser behavior. So I'm y'all got an abuser on this show. I understand they go through background checks, but sometimes people slip through the cracks if nothing is documented. Right. But his behavior, even when I first saw him, he looked crazy to me. I was he looked a little unstable. So I don't know if I would actually do that and then come home and be oh yeah, by the way, I'm getting married in 3 weeks.
Well, see, that would be where the hard part would be, because one, y'all will have questions. Two, my mama gonna have questions. Three, all the exes that I'm friends with is gonna have questions. Like my homies, at least 4 of them is gonna have questions.
Yeah.
And like I might not be able to answer those questions. And that in itself may become an issue for me.
For me, it's not the question. I'm grown. I'm grown. It's like I said, I question how these people's families didn't panic.
That they were gone.
That they were gone that long. I mean, like, I don't know if they're like, hey, you know, I'm gonna be on a trip for a couple weeks,
Right.
whatever. But like, for almost 3 weeks, you didn't have no contact with your family, with nobody. Like, to me, like, first of all, I wouldn't put my family through that, but also like, I don't trust. As I can't go background check on you for real. I'm unsure. And yes, there have been success stories in this situation, but I don't feel like I really don't feel like it's a safe situation. You know.
I agree with you on that. It's not safe and it's not ideal. I feel like things like that is only for like, and I'm not calling anybody this, but when you're desperate and you're on your last run, or like if you just have lost all faith and you need something to spark that hope again, one of those kinds of things. It's not. I understand myself to a degree. I need to know what I want, and I need to, and I know what I want to look for. Kind of like it's like I did all the searching. I think these things is for like especially millennials and stuff now because all they know is Tinder and all that other stuff. So like they're not used to making worthwhile connections.
But that's the crazy
over a
thing.
long period of time.
In their 30s,
millennials.
in their 40s, but like there are obviously people in their 20s and stuff there, but like. It was just like, this is my last hope. And I'm like,
that's what I'm saying.
It's not your last hope if you're not dead. Like, unless you won't die in the next 10 days. Like, it's not your last hope. But I understand, like, people desperate and want to be loved and things of that nature. And in theory, it seems like it's a good idea.
E-Harmony seems like a good idea, too. They all seem like good ideas. And I'm not saying that they're not.
Right.
You know what I mean? But, you deserve it in anything. That'd be my overall good for them. So, you deserving about it?
Yeah. I mean, for me, I won't even go on Christian Mingle. I won't.
Nah, Christian Mingle.
Christian Mingle.
Heathen Mingle.
No, it's not that. It's just they use God's way. They didn't date the Bible. I just want to put that out there. Whoever came up with their commercial, they didn't date the Bible. They had arranged marriages. So you charging something that they actually didn't do in the Bible. I'm just saying. Just put that out there. Shoot that out there for Christian Mingle.
Or the man chased the woman to marry her.
Right.
He
was out there working fields.
Right.
And presenting donkeys.
For years.
and garments.
Right.
So I don't really know where you kind of got that from. I'm trying to help you help yourself. But no, like even with that, like somebody suggested Christian Mingle book to me once, and it was literally like a bunch of single pastors and men looking for first ladies, and I was just like, I'm looking for my first lady. I'm like, dude, you want a first lady for your church? I'm not it.
One.
What'd you say?
You're a pastor. He said.
You got to get better friends. I just want to admonish you guys out there to every couple of years reevaluate your friendships. Make sure that they are seriously connected to your destiny. Because then you get people out there who want to make you pastors and stuff. That means they don't really know you as much as they say they do.
I'm just saying, don't get with nobody that wants you because they first lady because they look for a first lady.
They will. That's a lot of people.
That's the problem. That's the problem. One. He ain't supposed to love you because you his first lady. He's supposed to love you because you're his wife.
They looking for first lady. Like they're like, I'm looking for my first lady. I want, a woman, that's gonna be able to work with me in ministry. You want somebody to run your woman's department.
I was about to say, you're looking for somebody with an assignment. You're not looking to be in love. You're looking for an assignment to fill a role. Like No,
If you want somebody working in the department, you better put a application on Indeed.
Or talk to Jesus. You know, this is what he is.
Get you a youth pastor. Get you a woman's pastor. Or get one of them. We'll be out here pimping women of God to run your ministry.
Merge a church. There's something. I don't know. Man. Man.
It's hard out here.
It's funny out here.
Like, it's like, people be like, why aren't you dating? It's hard out here. It is hard out here.
I heard yesterday on the video what they said. They said that it's pee in the dating pool.
Did you say it's pee in the dating pool?
In the dating pool.
That's
what that was the analogy that they did. Pee in the dating pool.
Okay.
Because you know when people pee and say it's full,
yeah.
Color comes and everybody run for it.
You know, it's. I was explaining this to my dad, and we talked about this on the show. Like, I was explaining to my father, because he used to talk about like how he met my mom, and it was just amazing. And then I said, Dad, you were a different generation than this one. Like, you met my mom, and you knew she was a woman. Like,
yeah, it's a different fear now.
It's a different kind of fear. Because, like, even in the series that I'm watching on Netflix called Inventing Anna, like, one of the people that's on there that's supposed to be like a friend of Anna is a transgender, woman on there. She was a guy, now she's a girl on there and stuff like that. But if you didn't know, if she wasn't open about her story, you would not know. You would just be like, okay, she just got mad muscle tone.
Right.
Like,
in a
very strong, like, jawline. Like, you like, oh, okay, she's very sculpted.
Right.
Like, but you wouldn't know it because she's an activist for transgender. That's why I was able to know. But you wouldn't even know. And it was like, yo, does this male actor that's kissing on this person know that that's a...
Right. True. Another thing that's different is, a lot of, at least in my opinion, a lot of people that's older than me, they don't tell you their whole story. They tell you about the magic. They usually, unless you ask them, they don't tell you about the work that happened after. Oh, it was magical when I met your mom or when I met your husband, when I met your dad, and we fell in love. They tell you about how his mom didn't like you at first and how she used to have all his ex-girlfriends at your house and why you was there. Like, they don't tell you about all the hardships that you went through. They just tell you about we loved each other, we fell in love, we got married, we had you in the love of it all. You know what I mean? So, when you get older or if you at that age, you know what I mean, and you got questions, just ask the questions. Ask for the real. Don't ask for the magic.
My grandmother
ain't Disney.
My grandmother dropped all the knowledge before she died. Like,
life ain't Disney.
She told me she ain't like my grandfather. She was like, I don't like him right now. Like, I love him. The Lord told me I was going to take care of him if I married him, but I do not like him. Like, but she told me, like, with my dad, like, my grandmother did not like my father. Like, when she first met him. Like, she asked my mom, like, who's the fat dude you brought home? She wasn't feeling him at all. Like, to let my dad tell it, like, oh, she loved me. My grandmother clearly came out her mouth and was like, I did not like your father when your mother brought him home. None of her sisters liked him. Like, nothing. Like, it was like, yo, we did not like him. It was like, please don't fall in love with this dude. Like, and she did. She fell in love with my dad. And they had to grow to like him. But, like, my dad's like, yo, like, I got along with family. Like, you have no idea how much hurt, like,
people out here just being cordial.
Like, they did
cordial in your house.
They did not like you at all. They tolerated you because she loved you. Right. But in their mind, they was like, please shoot somebody else.
Parents, be honest with your kids. Marriage ain't good. It's hard work, dedication.
When that time comes,
sometimes y'all like each other.
If I actually do have kids, I'm gonna be like, I forgive myself I didn't like your father.
Sometimes y'all like you. And you know what? That day I might not like you either. Like, I don't like your mom right now. She's getting on my nerves. I love her, I'll kill you for her, but
Like, mommy, do you love daddy? I love him, but I don't really like him.
if I could put her on the train for a couple of days, I would. And she'll come back eventually, and I would love that. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm gonna just be honest with you. I don't really like him. You know what I mean? Like, John says my family definitely downplays the BS my dad probably had to deal with my mom.
I bet, because I done met your mom's side of the family, and them are some gangsters.
Real talk,
those are some gangsters, and those are some non-tongue holding people.
Your family,
Okay.
your mom's family is bone thugs and holy.
Those
Like,
are some non-tongue holding
yo.
people. You know what I mean? Like, keep it in a beat with you. And your grandmother is the worst of them, and because she said it so lovingly. Like you thought, like what you heard her say, you don't even take it because how she said it. You was
right.
like, oh, okay, I care. You know, like it was caring. Oh, that's where Tanya get her from too. She done Holy Spirit cuss people out, and I didn't feel any malice. There was malice on it. This was what it was.
Yeah, your grandmother's an OG. Like, she ran up on me in the sweetest way. Like, where you been, yo? Like, wait. I'm at the backslidden state. Let me be honest. Like, life transition for me. I promise you, I'm not out here sinning. Like, seriously.
That's a fact. That is a fact. Sure. You know, after hearing my parents' story, I had made a decision that I wouldn't care what nobody's family thought, because it's really all about what I think at the end. So my 90-day fiance and all that. I don't know. I probably feel like I could do it. I wouldn't do it if I had a choice, but if somebody was like, yo, I bet you some money you couldn't go through it, they would go through it. Okay.
So, Josh, we were asking, because you just like came on, we were talking about would you go on like TV shows like 90 Day Fiance, Love is Blind, Married at First Sight? Like, would you actually do that? My answer was like, that's a dub. No. In theory, no, I would. If I had to choose, it'd be Love is Blind. But no. Because I need to be able to have my social media devices and contact some people.
I gotta call the FBI real fast.
Listen, like to see if you got some cases that have been sealed that you ain't tell nobody about. Like, I need to know your history. I'm not saying, I don't want to say yes to somebody I ain't got a DNA sample from. I understand it's a trust factor, but
The only person I trust is God.
listen, I need to be able to run your DNA. Like, this is not one-sided. I want you to run mine too. Like,
I give you some.
listen, we gonna go together and have DNA samples done together. Especially because one, I don't trust you, but two, Buffalo is very small, and I'm related to people I may not know I'm related to.
And that brings us back to what we talked about 2 days ago about if you do somebody who had all these bodies, and you're like Buffalo small, but people are gonna be around. People gonna have bodies like people that you know.
Right.
But my dad always was advocate to asking people who their grandparents was, asking people who their uncles was, because we don't know everybody in our family. So you need to ask these questions.
Because I don't trust it. Especially like Buffalo. Buffalo, they used to say it's 5 miles, it's a 5 radius. No. It's really like every 2 people know somebody that you know.
Josh said I couldn't do Love is Blind because I can't ignore the visual aspect of a relationship. I believe in requiring visual and emotional attraction. I hear you. You know, well, shoot, that's why we where we are. You know what I mean?
But that's the thing. Like, there is a couple on there right now that, like, the woman is beautiful, but he is not physically attracted to her at all. Like, at first he was like, she's gorgeous, but he was like, now he's just like looking at her like, no.
I give it a being. When you love someone, At least how I was told. When she loves someone, you stop caring as much about stuff like that because your looks fade. If your love was real, your love ain't gonna fade. If you got with her because she was cute, you got with her for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, where you at?
Y'all got the conversation? Y'all doing good.
But no, like, they were like, see, I can't necessarily say, see, I keep trying to stay in the camera, but this is like another compliment.
I'm saying, I what you say, because I have met very beautiful women that I was initially like, dang, she cute, but then later on was like, I didn't care. Like, it was like, now she was regular to me. Not saying she a regular person, but now she's regular to me. You know, I became used to it. I feel like that's how it is. That's why I feel like getting into a relationship just based off looks isn't going to get you anywhere, because eventually how she looked to you is going to be regular to you.
I need to see you just because. Like, no, looks aren't everything, but
it's important.
I need to be able to look at you
it's
and
important.
not be like, why am I here?
Right.
Like,
it's important, but all I'm saying is that it's not the crux of it all.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And some people be like, oh my God, but you judge me based on their looks.
Right.
I want to be able to look at you like that. It's not me being shallow, I promise you. I want to be able to engage with you.
Right.
And if I can't
put it in biblical terms, if your looks are not given to the promise.
Listen, like, I want to be able to do what I need to do with you. And if I don't like looking at you,
right,
it's going to be a problem. She don't want to be with me. I kind of don't. Like, you're right.
But, you know, gotta be honest about this.
Yeah. So, you know. I mean, they said that conversation can turn an ugly person pretty, which I don't like the term ugly.
I feel like conversation can make someone you're not attracted to attractive. That's true. Because I've definitely not been attracted to a girl and then talked to her and became friends or whatever, and became a little attracted to her at a point in time. That's happened to me. So, I get it. Love like God is many ways. It's a lot to understand about it. You're not going to get everything out of one person.
You said love like God. Love like God. God is love, and, you know,
yes, you know.
If God can love you, why can't I? That's so wrong. If God can love your face, why can't I love your face?
We all made his image. Even if your part of the image is as appealing as
right.
the images. Still made his image.
That's really sad. Like, in a way that actually is really sad. Like,
but keep that agape going as long as you can.
Like, oh, okay, but God loves me, but I don't love your face. That's really hurtful.
Yeah. I believe in being honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm getting there myself. Okay, on my own journey to honesty about things. That's all right. Yeah.
You gotta know what works.
Gotta know what works for you. Some people like the egg scrambled. Other people like a sunny side up. Some people only like their eggs when it's omelet. So you gotta find out what your egg is. Some people like it boiled. I'm just saying. You just gotta know what your egg is. You gotta find out what your egg is.
That's what. Know your egg.
Know your egg.
That is hilarious.
Know your egg. What it's gonna take for your egg.
But yeah, thank for everybody that's rocking with us. You know, thanks, Josh, for joining us. Yeah, thank you.
While you're at work and busy, I appreciate it.
Right. We appreciate you, sir. We appreciate your support.
Yeah.
That's really sad. Like, know your egg. What's your egg? Ever that you are attracted to?
Some people like eggs everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're not too picky about it. So,
I'm very picky about it. Yeah.
Me personally, I would say my eggs 2 different ways. So, you know. So,
you know what?
You don't fall into those 3 categories of egg mate.
Daniel is like that one person that you try to take to the restaurant and try something different.
But no, I've gotten lots better.
And you gotta like literally like convince his life.
I've gotten better. Me and vegetables are we're expanding our relationship.
Well, back.
Right, I still got to make 4 more.
You know, Frank, Daniel gave us some egg wisdom. Know your egg. Because we were talking about like compatibility in relationships and you know what you like in that sometimes with the Love is Blind experience, you know, it don't work out with the person physically. It's not it. And he was like, you know, you know your egg. What kind of egg you want? You know.
Some people like it boiled, some people like it fried, some people like it scrambled, some people like it in the omelet, other people don't. And you just have to sign up, and that's okay.
Yeah. But if you weren't married, would you go on like a Love is Blind, Married at First Sight, 90-day fiance situation? And if you had to go on,
I think that's a funny question to ask, Frank, because
Frank
he tend to get along with anybody.
Listen,
so like,
Love is Blind, you would have broke a lot of hearts. Like, because you're like, oh my God, he cracked so many jokes with me. I think I love him. Because like the guy with the great personality was like battling between 4 women. Like that would be you. Like Frank is mine. No, girl, he's mine. And they started whole like fighting.
Hey, I'm like none of y'all real good. You little dusty. I don't know if I would. I would go just.
I've seen Hanley like. Like I'm serious because like this one girl was like, I'm leaving here with him, and this no gonna be nobody else, and I will stop anybody. Like, if you ever were like to do something like that, I'd be like, he'd be trying to send me secret messages. Sis, come get me.
Here we go. First, one section boy be fun like the Big Frank in the morning. It's going down this morning. Jay Sheree, Dark Knight, Big Frank, man. It's going down. They've been holding down the conversation on YouTube. So if you're not on YouTube, please subscribe. We'll edit cuts of this. I realize I'm gonna sit on the toilet on occasions, and I'm just gonna go ahead. Oh, let me go crop something out real quick and post it. Boom. Until we get on everywhere across the world.
The intimate details of your brother.
You know, it's just what it is. You know, it's what it is. But friends, relationship, and going on Love is Blind, I probably would. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm down for. I'm married now, so let's please. Look,
You come for him. I come for
you. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with Jesus and my wife and my 3 kids. I'm not wrong. But definitely, I'll probably try it and just see. But usually breaking hearts probably because I'm a nice person. And I'm always going to talk to you based on the future of you, your goals, your aspirations, where you want to go. Oh my God, he's so blah, 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 blah. It's cute in the beginning until you marry that person and he's still talking about, all right, when you going to start, when you going to go? Or I'd be like, shut up. Or I'd be like, I don't tell you nothing because you really want to go now. My bad. I was just telling you the idea that I had.
I just be started right now.
I'll be ready. Facts. Don't tell me until you.
Frank would have had 15 girlfriends on Love is Blind. All fighting over it. They would have like the house would have been tore up and they would have started fighting. It's this conversation. Like I know he just had this conversation with me and the other 13 girls. I'm like, nah, he's talking to me like this.
Just for him to leave by himself.
No,
I'm leaving out of here single. I ain't coming home with
It'd be dangerous too because you spiritually tapped in, so it's like you got issues. No, you got deep breathing issues. You need deliverance. You need to go to prayer. This is the truth. Imagine going on the show. Imagine you going on the show, and while you're talking to whoever you're talking to find love, you get a prophetic encounter, and through the wall, the person is crying, delivered, and purged. What is I'm watching? What is it? That's deliverance service.
That's why they ain't had no real Christians on there. Like I'm telling you, they had one Christian, but he came out. He came out as bisexual on the show. They don't have no show enough prophets or nothing on that show. Love is prophetic.
Love is prophetic. So
you know, while I was talking to you, I was talking to God.
So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do it.
Love is prophetic.
Love is prophetic.
I like it.
Mockery show of
Love is love.
and we're going down. Say look, it's happening.
I think it worked.
Okay.
Kevin, say where you at?
Facts. Okay, I gotta figure out a date. This would be my problem. The first part, that was good.
But you got a team that goes with you. That's the first part. We like wherever you go, and we just overrun.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. That's good. I you need to just don't take long. Say less.
All right.
Okay, somebody bringing the people. We got 2 chairs, we got couches, we got 2 different things. Say less. It's happening. Listen, what's your word of wisdom for the people before we get up out of here? We got 2 minutes.
Come on, love is prophetic.
Come on, love is prophetic.
We want to find you a husband. We want you to find your destiny.
Come on.
No, but for real, I just want to say my words of wisdom is really just experience life in the fullness of what it's supposed to be. Like time is too late in the day to really just be living a mediocre life. Like I say today, be intentional about doing something that's out of the box.
My goal, my thing for today is find God your way.
Find God your way.
Don't look for somebody to necessarily quote unquote lead you. Find out your way. Shoot, the Bible says you gotta read, you gotta talk to him. You can't have no relationship. You can't have a relationship like your mama had one. You gotta have a relationship like your relationships go.
So find God
your way.
Find him. Find him. All right, it is 10 o'clock. We're getting ready to leave this place. My word of wisdom for you is I've been saying the same thing with you all week.
Keep saying it.
Believe God, because he's going to do what he said. His timing is perfect. Let me help you real quick. God knows better than you, so obey.
Amen.
God knows better than you, so obey. God, you tell me I need some deep. That means we fake deep. Oh, side note, I'm in trouble. Did y'all watch the video of the 3-year-old boy laying hands on his parents and them falling out?
No, I didn't.
I saw the beginning of it. I didn't want to click on it fully to watch the whole thing.
The boy don't even know what's going on. The boy, it's not as if I gotta go. But listen, tomorrow, y'all tune in. I'm pulling up memes. We're going at it. We're pulling up memes.
We're gonna put the video on the Facebook. We're gonna share it on Facebook. Watch it.
Yeah, watch it. We'll get into it when we get back here.
All right, y'all. See
y'all.
y'all.
Peace, love, and so.
Just what you. It was it's your girl, Jay Shereen. I'm here to introduce my blog.
But yeah, they had to
just let
So the boy on the chair didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
His mom says,
On Facebook,
take the boy's hands